Welcome to episode 14 of Monday Talks with Marshall with a special guest, Tony McCall. So this episode is a little bit different. We actually have our first guest, my personal coach, Tony McCall, and we're going to ask Coach McCall a few questions. So the first question, Coach, who are you?
I just recently turned 50. I am a coach by nature. I have been working with Paralympics since 2013, I believe, is when I met Regis. 2013. And I've coached pretty much all my life as an adult. Coming from college, I ran track and field, still had the love to be involved with the sport, and got into high school coaching first, and then that evolved into Paralympic coaching. But I'm just a dude who like to make people faster than what they are.
Okay, Coach. Got a question for you. What made you start coaching?
I think it was just a natural evolution. My background as far as being an athlete, I was very good in high school, 5-time state champion. I went on to run track, Division I track and field at the University of North Carolina. And after that, I ran a little bit professionally, but I think I walked away from it earlier than I wanted to. During the time when I ran, there was a lot of drug use, and that kind of pushed me out of the sport because that wasn't something I was going to partake in. And so for about maybe 6-7 years, maybe a little bit longer, I was turned off by the sport because it was something I really wanted to succeed at. But again, I wasn't willing to do some of the things that was going to probably get me to that next level. So went and got a job, real world job, did that for a little bit. And then I got back involved with high school coaching. First it was football, and then it was track and field. And I realized that I still had retained a lot of information from my coach and what I had learned, and I felt that I was kind of good at it. So high school, that was my main thing for a little bit. I actually had the opportunity to coach a guy who did very well internationally, a guy named Jimmy Hackley. I think you met him. But I just started coaching him on a whim, and I ended up going to play XFL football, and we separated prior to him actually getting to meets. And he went on to be top 200-meter guy indoor at Nationals, USA Nationals. And I think he ran internationally a little bit. And I didn't even know this. I didn't even know this until we met years later.
Right.
But I knew that I had the bug for it, and moved back to Florida. And that's when coaching became my thing. And like I said, in 2013, I believe, is when I met Regis and got involved with Paralympic coaching.
Okay, Coach. Thank you for that information. The world is happy to hear that. But we have a new question for you. The question is, what is your coaching philosophy?
Okay. My coaching philosophy is keep it as simple as possible, sticking to what I believe works. So one time at an international track meet, God bless the dead, a guy named Antonio Pettigrew. We both were late. Well, I was late getting on the bus to get to the meet. And I was doing drills, like walk drills. And he's like, McCall, what are you doing? I was like, I'm doing my drills. He's like, but don't you have to go in a little bit? I was like, yeah. He's like, what are you here to do? I was like, sprint, run fast. He's like, so why are you doing all that slow stuff? And pretty much ever since then, I still introduce people to the walking drills and all the mechanics, but my philosophy is running fast naturally with proper mechanics. We start off a lot in our preseason being in the grass. You know yourself that if it really came down to it, we don't really need a track.
No.
We do need to touch the track pre-meet, but we can go through a whole off season with no track work whatsoever and still be ready to rock and roll when the season gets here. So my philosophy again is just to keep it simple and stick to the basics, which is everything should revolve around you running fast. Now, does that mean we run fast every practice? Absolutely not. But the mechanics that we use are conducive to you running fast. So keeping it simple is my philosophy.
Keeping it simple, folks. Keeping it simple.
There you
Okay, guys, thank you all for tuning into this week's episode. I hope y'all enjoyed our guest today, Coach Tony McCall. And remember, the videos will be up on Monday. And remember, on Sunday night, the video will be live on YouTube. So if you want to catch an early glimpse of it, the video will be on YouTube. Thank you all.